Hey guys, we are back and we have fresh Nintendo Switch rumors to discuss. And this comes from our friend Laura K. Dell over at Let's Play Videogames.com. And she has some more information on not only the Switch and the dock and its power, but also on some brand new games possibly coming to the Nintendo Switch. So before we get into the big news that, and at least in my opinion, for the game part of it, we'll talk about the dock. She has some updated information on it. And this, according to her website and from her sources that she got it from, she says that when the system is connected to the dock by USB-C, the system's components will run at a higher clock speed to facilitate 1080p resolutions on the TV. Both video and power will be transferred over to USB-C when docked. Plugging the system into the dock will also activate a small additional fan to help with cooling when run at a higher clock speed. This fan is in the rear of the dock, and there is a gap in the back of the dock to allow the system's inbuilt fans to vent when docked. Now, if you remember, I did a video a few weeks ago about this spot that we saw on the dock that was wide open. So this makes sense that there would be an opening there for the Nintendo Switch to be put in for air ventilation, so the fan would be able to basically breathe more air through there. Then it goes on to say the dock is incredibly lightweight, and while it does play a part in increasing system performance on the TV, it is designed to be cheap to produce. The intention is that some time after launch, additional docks will be sold to place in different rooms if you have multiple TVs. Then she goes on to say that Nintendo's January 13th, 2017 reveal event will feature near retail level hardware. Each title will be locked to playing one game demo, but press will be free to take the systems to a separate area of the event to play on sofas rather than the TV. When returning to TVs, they will not be required to return the system to the same dock it started at. Then she says the event will be held at a large number of small sessions, each with a minimal number of press in attendance to ensure hardware is kept track of. And she goes on to say that Let's Play Video Games was not invited to this event, of course. She did say that they were blacklisted from Nintendo as far as being given press access and games and review copies, things like that, because they're leaking basically everything, obviously without Nintendo's consent. So I can see why this is happening. So my thoughts on that is, while that is a little bit disappointing that the dock doesn't really provide extra power per se, it does line up with what we heard before, that the dock will basically allow for 1080p resolution to be displayed when it's connected to the dock. And the USB-C type connection that we talked about yesterday will allow for that extremely high fast data transfer as far as the video is concerned to be passed through in order for it to be displayed on the TV and on the handheld extremely fast and basically not noticeable. Because USB Type-C is the fastest you can get currently that will interact with your devices. So I think that's really good news, actually, that it will be outputting in 1080p when it's on your TV, and the dock does allow for that to happen because it adds more cooling to the system so it can overclock itself and produce more power from the actual device to be displayed at greater resolutions on your TV. So the next piece of news that we have is the possibility of Nintendo Switch getting a version of Dark Souls 3 being developed by From Software. And they are not only planning on releasing Dark Souls 3 on the Nintendo Switch, but also possibly the entire trilogy as a re-release of all three games, including the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, to also get a possible remastered trilogy of those games. So the information comes from Laura K. Dell as well, from Let's Play Video Games, and it says, many have been wondering since the reveal of third-party Nintendo Switch development partners what From Software have in the works for the system. Well, we've got sources telling us a little of that info. According to one of our sources, From Software has Dark Souls 3 running on the Nintendo Switch with a level of performance they are happy with. They have not committed to releasing it yet, but discussions internally at the company have discussed the financial viability of re-releasing the main three Dark Souls titles on the Switch with their DLC bundled in. Development on a Switch port has been underway for several months via a small team, with From Software waiting to see initial sales data before committing to producing ports. The plan would be for a Switch re-release of Dark Souls 3, if greenlit, to release the same day as PS4, Xbox One, and PC will also get the same game. So that is From Software's plan, is to wait and see for the Nintendo Switch's sales data first before committing to this port. So they actually do have, according to this rumor, they do have a version of Dark Souls 3 running on the Switch as we speak. Of course, we have no idea how the game looks so far, but if they have it running on the Switch, hopefully it looks very similar to at least the Xbox One version of the game, and it has all the content included. So they are waiting for the initial sales of the Switch before they commit to this game. So hopefully the Switch gets off to a good start so they can commit to bringing this game to the Nintendo Switch, because we all know what happened with the Wii U. We had lots of games that were in development that then got cancelled a few months later after the Wii U released. We had the infamous Crysis 3 that was actually running on the Wii U and then was cancelled by EA when EA pulled out support from Nintendo and the Wii U back in 2013. So we shall wait and see, and hopefully this does come true, that Dark Souls 3 and the trilogy will be coming to the Switch, because it would be a gigantic, huge franchise that Nintendo has never had before. And it's a very big franchise, it's very popular, and has sold millions and millions of copies on all the other systems, including the PC. So we definitely look forward to hearing more about that. But let me know what you guys think about all this information. Are you excited about it? Do you think it's going to come true with Dark Souls? And what are your thoughts on the dock not really providing extra hardware power? Or ultimately, do you think it's really not going to matter that much? Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Take care.